again, and I've got something a little different for you this time. Now, a few weeks ago on Twitter I got talking to a few friends and stuff about like movie tie-in games, and I don't know if it was just me, but I had this kind of misconception that all movie tie-in games were really bad. And the more suggestions that I got, you know, given to us about good movie tie-in games, the more I thought, yeah, actually there are some really good ones. So basically, I sat down and I thought of loads of good movie tie-in games, and what I was left with was learning that the top 5 of me NES like games that I would say are my favourite NES games are movie tie-ins. So I thought, hey, what you know, a better way to talk about this than just start a new series about good movie tie-in games. Now, this is probably already gave it away, but the first NES game that's on my top 5 list, that's one of my favourite NES games, is Batman, and that's a movie tie-in. It's based on the original, well, not the original, the first Batman film with Michael Keaton from 1989, I believe it is. Obviously we all know that film. Jack Nicholson is the Joker, and yeah, I mean, as far as games go, brilliant game. You know, it's absolutely solid as far as the controls go. You know, it's got this crazy, like, the kind of Ninja Gaiden style double jump, the way you're jumping off the different walls and stuff, and you've got to really master that. And yeah, it can get really tricky at times. You know, there's lots of obstacles, there's loads of enemies, there's a lot of like gears that get in your way as well, and electrified like obstacles and stuff. So it can be a bit, you know, hard at times, but ultimately it's a really fun game. You don't get sick of it because there's unlimited continues, so you know, if you're persistent you will beat the game. Yeah, and as far as sticking to the story goes, I think that's an important part of these good movie tie-ins. Now, the plot of the Batman game does definitely stick to the original, the 1989 movie with Michael Keaton. It sticks to that, but as far as the enemies that you fight and you know, the environments that you'll traverse and stuff throughout the game, that doesn't really kind of scream the film to you. But there are cutscenes, that's another amazing part of the game. I'll get to that in a minute. But you know, the cutscenes, you know, will have dialogue between Batman and the Joker and other characters like Vicky Vale and stuff. So you know, there is kind of that link to the movie. Yeah, and then boss is the Joker. Notoriously hard boss, but I managed to beat him. I think what you've ultimately got to do is just run straight at him and get in there and hit him loads of times. But yeah, hard game, but ultimately there's loads of continues. Now, standout points about the game, everyone knows Batman on NES was made by Sunsoft, and they just had this golden reputation, especially in the NES era. They did a port of Spy Hunter on NES. They did another game that I'm going to do soon, so I'm probably giving it away, that's a movie tie-in, but I'll not talk about that. Yeah, but they did loads. They did Blaster Master, they did this, and all of them games kind of had the Sunsoft hallmark, which was really good music and some epic cutscenes, and this game's no different. The music, oh, it's unbelievable. Some of me favourite game music of all time, and it just gets you like really pumped up to play the game. So the music is top notch. And yeah, the cutscenes, I mean, from the opening cutscene, you see how awesome the game is, and it must just push the NES to its absolute limits. I mean, Batman's cruising along in his Batmobile, and he jumps out and his cape swishes around and stuff, and it just looks awesome. And there's another part where he machine guns down like a hole in a door and stuff. Yeah, just totally epic, and just an absolute brilliant game. And as far as I was concerned, movie tie-in games were pretty shite, but as I've investigated, that isn't the case, and yeah, this is definitely one of those games. And like I said, the top 5 of my NES games, 2 of them are movie tie-ins, so I'll get to the other one in my next video. But I mean, I've mentioned Sunsoft, so you probably, if you know Nintendo games, you'll know what that game is anyway. But anyway, I'll just made loads of spoilers. That's not important anyway. Forget all about that. Just forget what I said, right? And we'll move on. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share that with you. So I'll just leave you like I always do. Just say, you know, thanks very much for watching. Maybe, you know, leave a like or a comment if you enjoyed it, or if you enjoyed it in particular, just subscribe, and you can follow us on Twitter at Mongoose on a uni. So I'll leave you all again. Thank you very much for watching, people, as always, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. Bye.